Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? How are you? Oh my god, I'm so excited. You guys, I am so excited. I'll tell you why in just a second, but before we get into this video, I just want to say welcome back and make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure that all notifications are on so you never miss out on any of my videos. Anyway, now getting into the video, I am excited because you guys, we hit 100 followers on Twitter. Oh my god, I am so excited, you guys. I never thought that this would be happening. Like, honestly, I never thought that my channel would get that much attention, and I'm just really happy that my channel's growing and that my Twitter page is growing, and I've met a lot of good friends, and I'm really happy. I'm just excited to be part of the Sims community. You guys have welcomed me with open arms, and I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, because like, my videos would not be getting this much attention if it wasn't for you guys anyway. So I just want to say thank you so much. Um, I'm actually honestly a little shocked because I'm actually getting notifications of you guys replying to my little video that I posted on Twitter, and you guys are just the sweetest. Honestly, all of you guys are just like the sweetest. I'm gonna shout you guys out really quickly. So just shout out to Bailey. Thank you so much for your sweet reply. Shout out to Amethyst Sims. She's has some pretty cool content. She has now started her YouTube channel just recently too. She's really cool. Go watch her videos. And shout out to Marlena. I will go ahead and post your account on the screen. Thank you so much for your sweet comments. That's so far, I think that's everybody up to now, but if I do get more replies from you guys, I will shout you guys out. But thank you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. Honestly, thank you, thank you. I I'm just so, like, I'm just filled with happiness right now. So thank you. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into this build. So today we're coming into the world of Willow Creek, and we are building a New Orleans inspired home. So I'm actually got the inspiration for this build from Pinterest actually, and I found a picture of a New Orleans house, an actual New Orleans home, and I found it. It took me to like a real estate website, and that's where I saw it basically, and I thought it was beautiful, and I didn't necessarily make it like exactly how it looked, but I took the shape of it, and it was pretty much what I was looking for. Like, this was exactly what I wanted to build. I loved the styles of the like homes in New Orleans because they're just so beautiful. They have so much history in them, and I just love like the two balconies, like the porch and the balcony stacked on top of each other. That was just like one of those things that you would definitely see in those type of homes a lot, especially in the big plantation homes. I actually really want to build an actual plantation home, but I don't think that my computer can run like smoothly when I build a house that's like 5 bedrooms or more. So this was actually kind of close to as big as I could like build right now because I build on my laptop, but I think that it came out looking so cool. It actually came out very big. Like, there's so much room in this house, you guys. The bedrooms are huge. There's so much space. There's so much for your Sims to do in this build. I included so many activities, so honestly, I really hope that you guys enjoy it, and I hope that you guys like it as much as I do, because I'm so proud of this house. I think it came out so beautiful. But yeah. I also tried my best to keep it very classy on the inside. I didn't really do that much research into how they would decorate their homes on the inside, but I was just really trying to focus more of the attention on the outside of the home because I think that this house came out looking so pretty on the outside. I mean, I would definitely just fall in love with this house. I think it has so much curb appeal. I love it so much. And on the inside, like I tried to keep it as classy as I could, or like as classic, as vintage or as I could, but still kind of modernized in a sense. But yeah, no. The more I just wanted more of the attention to be on the outside because I really, really like the outside more than I do with the inside. I think the wall height is what kind of threw me off in this build. I just wasn't really used to building with this type of wall height. I usually just build with like the smallest type of wall height, maybe sometimes like the medium length, but I actually use the biggest wall height possible. So this house is a pretty grand house. It's very big. It actually ends up having 4 rooms upstairs, 2 bathrooms upstairs, one's an ensuite to the master. There's 3 bedrooms. I made the 4th room a office area. I just felt like 4 bedrooms was just too much. And they also didn't really have a dedicated study area downstairs, so I just decided to convert that 4th room into a study instead. And you'll get to see that later on. Here we're actually doing the backyard. They didn't end up having that much of a backyard. I did want to give them a little bit of a space in the back to kind of sit outside and have a little seating area. I gave him a nice little fountain. I don't know, I just thought it looked so cute back there. And towards the end of the video, I do end up putting like a little lounge chair on the balcony and a little grill back there. I just thought it would make sense, if family lived there and they wanted to like sit outside and grill some hot dogs or something, they could. But anyway, but yeah, it just ended up being very spacious, and I ended up putting a lot of activities for your Sims to do, but the only thing I didn't include, I think, which is also kind of off of my usual routine of doing, is adding a TV. I didn't actually add one in this build, but I figured there's so much more stuff for your Sims to do anyway that they wouldn't need a TV to like up their fun. I guess, there's a lot of other things. I added like a chess table, an easel, there's a grand piano in the entranceway, which you'll see soon. I actually started off decorating in the kitchen because you guys know by now that kitchens are my favorite part of the build. Now this kitchen was kind of like I said, it threw me off because the walls were so big, so the cabinets look a little funky, but I also was like looking back at some picture references of like kitchens in those certain homes that have very large walls in real life, and they have like stacked cabinets. So basically that's what I ended up doing for this kitchen. I ended up stacking the cabinets on top of each other, and I think it came out looking okay. I'm still not very used to the look of it because being such a short person, like I'm just like imagining myself in this build, right? I'm a short person. I'm 5'2". Okay, so if I would walk into this kitchen myself, I would not be able to reach any of those cabinets. So that's why it like throws me off, because I'm like, it's also The Sims, they don't use cabinets, Britney, so it really doesn't matter. But like, I'm just like thinking in a real sense, it just doesn't make sense to have such high cabinets. But in The Sims it looks good, so I decided to just go with it. And yeah, I did my usual clutter of the kitchen. I thought it came out very, very cute. One tip that I do have for you guys, if you notice here, I use the tiling for the backsplash of the kitchen, but it looks weird when you put it next to like the wallpaper. So one thing that you can do, and you'll kind of maybe see me doing later in the video, is putting columns between, like, in that corner and on the other side where like the wallpaper and the tile meet. That way it kind of gives a little bit of a separation on the wall, so it doesn't look as awkward, because like in The Sims, like, you don't really have that separation. It's just kind of like, you know, it looks weird. I don't know how to explain it any other way. It just looks weird. But yeah, that's a good tip for you guys, I guess. One exciting thing about this build is that I also got to fit in another round table. I love round tables, you guys. I don't know, I love the look of them, but you can never really use them a whole lot in certain builds. Like, it's so hard to kind of find an area that, you know, they fit in. And I was able to actually add a little round table right in this kitchen area, and that's just going to be like their little breakfast area, and they will have like a separate dining room area as well. Like, it's going to be more formal dining area. I think a lot of times for these types of homes, of like older, more classic homes, they have a very closed off floor plan, and that's what I ended up doing. But I ended up having such a big area for the kitchen that I could add like an extra table and call it like the breakfast area. That's usually like the informal area where people eat in these homes, and then they end up having like a dining area for like dinner parties and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing, and I think it ended up coming out really, really good. Now I'm gonna apologize ahead of time because you see me putting down my favorite 2 plans in the world from Dine Out. Okay, listen, this is my favorite plan from The Sims. I cannot help it, but it is going to be everywhere in this build. Almost every single room will have that plant in it, but I can't help it. It's such a good looking plant. It literally can go in any corner. It's like the perfect size. It's beautiful, and I honestly don't really like any other plants other than that one. Oh, maybe this one. This one's an alright one. It's like an indoor palm tree kind of plant. It's kind of cute, but yeah, no, the one from Dine Out for sure is like my favorite one of all time. I cannot help it. One thing I did struggle with while building this was finding like paintings to put on the walls, because like I said, the long tall walls were really hard to fill. Like, that's one of the reasons why I usually don't use large walls, is because they're kind of weird on the inside, and you have to like basically fill them for them not to look kind of awkward. So I was just trying to fill them up with as many paintings as possible, basically. And I don't know, I was really struggling with like trying not to repeat paintings. Then again, I repeat like plants. Like, I think it's okay if I repeated a couple of paintings as well. I mean, I also repeated this mirror. I put this mirror everywhere in this build as well. I couldn't help it either. It's just the most classical mirror we have. You can tell that this was definitely something that was out of my comfort zone. This is something that I usually will not like build very often, because like this style is just not my style. I've never been kind of into it myself, although it's very beautiful when it's well done, but I just feel like I'm not one of those people to really capture the classic furnishing style. But I did my best. At least I tried. So yeah, this is the grand piano that I was telling you about. I just felt like, also, I never get to use the grand piano, and I finally was able to in this build, and I think that's so cool. That's one thing I love about doing things that are out of my comfort zone, is that I do get to use things that I never would regularly use, like that piano, for instance. I can never fit it in a build somewhere, but this house has such a grand entryway that it deserves a grand piano. Like, duh. Um, so yeah, that's the entryway. I thought, might as well put, an entryway. Most of these houses would have a foyer. This is what they're called basically in the real world, and yeah, I just thought, a house like this deserves a really big entryway. Now you can see I did cut out the floor plan, and I'm sorry about that, but I don't include floor plans in my videos because it saves time in my videos, and I spend way too much time on the floor plan, so I do have to apologize for that. But I think you guys do get a sense of the floor plan throughout the video as I'm going along, explaining everything. But yeah, I mean, now we're in the living room. As you can see, it's a really big old circle. We'll come around to the back of the living room. Well, you'll see, like, I put in a mudroom as well, and that connects to the kitchen, and so it's just a big old circle really. And I usually base these floor plans off of like the stairs or where I put the stairs, so the stairs are usually like the center of the house, and then all the rooms will be around the stairs, which is like the center. That's like the easiest way to make floor plans like these. I actually didn't get the floor plan from the real estate website. I couldn't get access to it, so I had to make the floor plan myself. So yeah, that was a little bit of a struggle, but I did get through it. So it did take me a while to to figure out the floor plan, so that's why I didn't include it. If I do end up including the floor plan, it's because I'm like basically going off of a floor plan that I found online, so I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm not going back and forth trying to figure things out and then putting that on camera. I just feel like that's really tedious to watch, and I don't know. So I don't include it. I really struggled with the living room. I really did not know what type of couches to put, but I ended up using these. I don't know what pack they're from. I end up using a lot of different things from a lot of different packs, always in my builds. That's usually how I end up building all the time. I hate having restrictions. I'm just that type of builder, I know. I will have a series soon on my channel. As you know, I already came out with a base game home. I'm now trying to figure out next what I should do with, or what pack next I should do. I'm thinking seasons. Like, seasons is like one of my favorite packs, so I think I'm gonna go with seasons and make just a seasons home for you guys on my next build. Maybe, I don't know, you guys gotta remind me to do these things, because I have like, I don't know if I have ADD or something, but I always get super distracted all the time, and I don't know, like, I always end up having so many ideas, and then I end up like recycling through them, you know what I mean? So like, it's definitely up there. I definitely do want to do it. I just always get distracted because something else may come up that I may want to do, you know what I mean? So I don't know, we'll see. You guys gotta hold me up to it. I gotta start making more like restricted builds for sure, and I really do want to start doing that for you guys now that you guys are downloading my content online. I can't believe I'm getting downloads on the Sims Gallery too. I'm like so shocked by that, but yeah, we are going to start doing that pretty soon, I promise you. So now we are in the laundry area, or the mudroom. I like to call it a mudroom because it's like the room that you go and you take off your muddy shoes and your coats and stuff and you put them in the laundry for them to wash, blah blah blah. It's a mudroom. That's what I like to call it. And yeah, I added the laundry area, or laundry, or oh my god, I can't stop saying the word laundry. But anyway, moving on. That is the area that, all the laundry stuff's located at. You get the point anyway. I didn't add the bathroom in the video just to save some time. Both the bathroom downstairs and the hallway bathroom upstairs I did not include in this video, just because I wanted to cut the time a little bit shorter on this video. I didn't want it to be too long. I hope that you guys are okay with that. They both kind of look the same, and And yeah, they were just their bathrooms. I don't know how to make bathrooms look that interesting. The only one that I did include was the ensuite master bath because I am very proud of the way this came out. It came out looking so cool. I want a bathroom like this so bad, and you'll see why in a minute, but like this is one of those bathrooms that like you go in it and you're just like, wow, this is fancy. That's kind of what I was trying to get, and I like the open concept of it being like open to the bedroom like this. I don't know if this is like a thing that they would do back in the day with these homes necessarily, but this was just something that kind of came to my own mind, and I just had to build it, and it was just like so beautiful, and I just love how it came out. Of course, I added not just the bathtub, there is a shower in there as well. So yeah, I just wanted to give a sense of like luxury to this bathroom, and I just thought, why not just have the bathtub sit right in the middle? I mean, like, that is the dream, is to have a big enough bathroom where you could just have a bathtub in the middle. And I don't know, I've always wanted a bathtub like this too, for my own in my in my real life. So yeah, I just think that it came out looking really cool and really nice. I added a few plants in there. I think I had my favorite plant. um I can't help it. I added a little stool in there in case somebody wants to go in there and sit with you while you're taking a bubble bath. I don't know what your preferences are, but you know, there's a stool in there. I added that little shelf. I think this is from Seasons, I believe. I love adding it in bathrooms. I basically added it in every bathroom in this house, and yeah, I did think that it just came out looking really, really nice. But anyway, moving on to the kids' room, I went ahead and added 2 beds in here. I made this room for more of like older kids. I wouldn't say like younger kids because I didn't really add a whole lot of toys. I think I added like a dollhouse, a few stuffed animals, and that was about it. Oh, and some toy chests. But I kept it very clean, very like neat and tidy. That's just the way I like to keep most of my builds. So I just, you know, went ahead and just added like their dresser and put like some toys up scattered up on the top, and I figured that maybe 2 little girls lived here. You know, they're coming close to being preteens, so they're kind of in that transition phase, if you get what I mean. Like The Sims doesn't have like that preteen phase, so there really isn't like, I don't know how to really make a room kind of like directed for like an older kid that's not necessarily a teen yet, but that's not necessarily like a child. So this is the best that I came up with, so I hope that you guys like that. The next bedroom I ended up doing just kind of like a plain Jane kind of theme, and it was more directed for a teen. I ended up adding like a desk in their room and stuff, maybe like a bookcase and stuff. But yeah, I didn't personalize the bedrooms too much. I don't tend to do that very often in my builds, just because for bigger builds like this, I kind of get exhausted by like this type of the build. Like, I don't know, I get so tired out, or so like, I don't know if anybody else gets this feeling, but I do get like really kind of drained after a while of building, and like this build took about like 2 days to do. So, you know, like I just wanted to kind of like finish it and get it out there almost, but I still wanted it to look nice, and but that is one of the reasons why I don't clutter a whole lot. I just don't have the patience for it, but I've been trying to get more into cluttering more of my builds. I tend to clutter more the more smaller a build is. So like a tiny house, like I could probably like clutter up and make look really cute and stuff, but like a bigger house like this, it's just really hard for me to clutter, because it just takes so much time, and then also to like fit it in a video for you guys to watch too. So yeah, it's a big struggle. So that's why I kind of like leave it a little plain when I do these bigger houses. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I still try to make it look a little like it's lived in, but I try to give it the sense of like it's like I don't know how to explain. Growing up, I guess like the best way to explain it is like growing up, my mom always wanted like the house to look presentable in case there was always guests over, so she always wanted it to be very tidy and clean. And so that's just kind of how like my own proper style is in real life, and that's kind of how I build in The Sims. Because of that, I just like have that nature to always just want to be tidy all the time. And like if I'm building a house and presenting it, I want it to look tidy and neat and cute and nice, and so that's kind of what I go for. And that's why my builds are so like not as cluttered as other builders. So but I think everybody has their own sense of style anyway. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and that's just my own personal way. There's absolutely nothing against other people who do clutters and stuff like that. So yeah. We are coming to the end of this video though, so I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I am going to take the time now to just, again say thank you, and make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter. And if you guys have any suggestion, comments, just comment down below. You can tweet at me on Twitter. But anyway, with that being said, I hope that you guys liked this video. Thank you again so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!